Well, three weeks ago, Saudi Arabia asked of Pakistan that it be prepared to commit military forces to the intervention that the Saudis were planning in Yemen. To the surprise of a great many people, including, I suspect, the Saudis themselves, the Pakistan parliament voted overwhelmingly against involvement. It was surprising in the sense that so many people have had, for a long time, including in this country, have had the idea that whatever Saudi Arabia wants, Saudi Arabia gets from Pakistan. The trouble with that way of thinking is that it fails to take into consideration here how Pakistan weighs its own interests. One of these is, in fact, whether the military wants to become involved at the same time that it has a fight going on against its Taliban, where it has 150,000 or more troops committed, and it also wants to constantly be vigilant against the Indians. There was also surprise because over the years, Pakistan has provided Saudi Arabia with military support. So that also raised the expectation that they would be there for them. I think there's been a tendency here to underestimate the extent to which Iran figures in Pakistan's calculations here in its regional policy. Through the decades, Pakistan has always weighed its interests with Iran along with those of Saudi Arabia. Now, it has always tilted in that balancing act towards Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabians have asked more of them. But all of this is taking place in the context of this competition that's going on between Sunni Saudi Arabia and Shia Iran. And this is something that Pakistan is caught in the middle of, but fortunately, until this time, has not had to choose sides. It can ill afford to have a hostile border with Iran at the same time that it has such tensions on its borders with Afghanistan and India. Pakistan's position on the nuclear negotiations with the United States has been to, by and large, stay out. Having developed its own nuclear weapons, it's hard for Pakistan to say that Iran should be precluded from becoming at least a power with nuclear energy capacity, or even to say that it be denied its own weapons program. Below the surface, though, Pakistan has every reason to be concerned about a full-fledged Iranian nuclear capability. After all, it has India and China as its neighbors. It already has two neighbors with this capacity, and it would prefer that it not have a third. This week, Prime Minister Sharif and the Army Chief, Riyadh Sharif, are in Saudi Arabia. This disappointment of the Saudis here has gone quite far. And so undoubtedly they're there to assure Saudi Arabia that it's not choosing Iran's side. Let me mention that at the same time that they're there, Iran and Pakistan have announced that they're going to be increasing their trade by $5 billion. They're there to say, look, we are not going to be helping out the coalition in Yemen, but keep this in mind, that our commitment to Saudi Arabia's sovereignty, if that is threatened, Pakistan, as it has in the past, will be there for Saudi Arabia.